So good afternoon, this is Ben Taylor, the Managing Director of Keller Williams UK, and this is one of the series of videos. This is a really important one for those joining Keller Williams, or what you might expect if you join Keller Williams straight away. Now, there's a wealth of training. It's the world's #1 training company, right? So there's no shortage of courses and training within this business, but I wanted to put something very specific together, and that is, you've joined Keller Williams, and I wanted to show you how you get into production, which basically means get cash flow into your business as quickly as possible. So what I've done is I've put a course together called 12 by 12, and that's a combination of the things that we teach within Keller Williams, plus the experience of me being around. I think this is my 110th year or something in agency, so it's certainly a really long time anyway. And I wanted to share that experience, condense that into one short course, and I'm going to share the steps of that course over these next 2, 3, 4 videos that we put together. Now, effectively, what is 12 by 12 and why is it called 12 by 12? And it is that I wanted to create something that within 12 weeks of joining the business, I wanted to create something that should allow an agent to be able to take instructions on 3 properties per week. Now, if you do 3 times 4, 4 weeks in a month, then you'll be putting on 12 instructions in a month. So within 12 weeks of joining the business, to be able to show you how to put 12 properties on in a month. Now, within our model, and if you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll know that 12 instructions in our business, even if you're showing within our model, even if you're selling a very low percentage of those instructions, that is enough to really get your business motoring and generate some very significant income for yourself. So let's take you through the first stages of what that looks like and what the 12 by 12, what we do first of all within the 12 by 12. So at the end of the 12 by 12, you'll have what we call a 30, 60, 90. That is, just as it sounds, a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day plan. It's what you do in those first section, in that first 30 days, the next 60 days, and then the next, and that last 30 days of the 90 days. So you have a very clear plan. Do these things, and that's your model. Yeah, if you do those things, you're disciplined about doing those things, that you're going to get the outcome I've just described. Okay, so the first thing that we teach is, whilst we absolutely want people to think really big, and that's very important both in life and certainly in building your business, but we also say think big but start small. Okay, and what does small look like? Okay, so very simply, and if you've seen my videos before, you know that drawing is not the forte, but at least it kind of gives you some perspective. Okay, so let's say that's the territory that Ben Taylor wants to become known as a great real estate agent in that territory. So think about the practicalities of this. What does a really great agent know? They know about schools. They know about new delis that are opening up that are selling the coolest little tidbits and lovely things, great coffee shops or whatever it might be. The things that people that live there will really benefit from, commuting and all of those things that we know that are really important to the people that live in those areas, So what we try to do is to say, well, look, if you take London as an example, trying to be an expert across the whole of London would be ridiculous. It's far too big. There's 120,000 people move a year. Best part of 120,000 people move from across London. So we would say, choose an area that is big enough that enough people move within that area that a small market share would allow you to be able to be getting a good number of properties on the market. Okay? But no bigger than that. No bigger than that. Because if you want to be that local expert and known, the go-to person in that area, it has to be small enough that you can realistically be that. Because I often talk about authenticity. Don't go and tell people that you're an expert and not be an expert. That really isn't a great recipe for success or anything that's likely to endear people to you. But if you can choose an area, not too big, and certainly not too big, but not too small either. I generally work on, if there was a couple of hundred properties on the market in that area, or probably even 100 properties on the market in that given area, somewhere in that number, that's a lot of people to be communicating with and let them know that there's a really personal, bespoke way or an agent that really wants to look after them on an individual basis. So think big, but start small is the start to that 12 by 12 process. And remember that the end of these videos will show you how to put 30, 60, 90-day plans. So you can be crystal clear, if I do these things, I'll be getting 3 instructions a week. So really powerful stuff. Okay, hope you found today useful. We'll cover the next steps in the next video. And thank you for tuning in. As always, if you need more information, please DM or email on the message below. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.